Hello and welcome to the 9th Age Battle Report. It's the Dwarfen Holds versus the Vampire Covenant. Vampire deployment from the bottom corner here. He's got 29 or 30 skeletons. Next to him in the middle of the table he has 30 ghouls with the Vampire Lord. He's got I think it's a 1-up armor save and a 4-up water save I believe, and the Sword of Hunger or the Hunger Sword. Can't remember what it's called. Also in there he's got a hero level vampire. Just behind that unit he's got the cadaver cart. Behind that he's got a 15 or 20 man unit bunker for his level 4 and his level 2, and that's a zombie unit. Next to them he's got the Covenant throne, I think. Pretty sure he said it's a Covenant throne. Just in front of them 6 ghasts. To the side of them he's got 3 bat swarms, and just behind that everybody's favourite unit from the vampires is the Hellshrieker. Fantastic. So going into dwarf deployment from the bottom of the picture again, 30 greybeards with hand weapon shields, 5 hold guardians, the anvil of power behind that. Just diagonally in front of them we've got 30 iron guard with my dwarf king in there on the throne of power, and he's got a 1-up and a 4-up with the rune of bronze, and a great weapon. I've got a BSB in there with a 1-up 4-up, and I've got a runic smith in there with the runic spells of metal, reckoning and resilience. He's also got a rune of devouring, and he's got a 1-up 5-up. And to the far corner there I've got a unit of 10 greybeards just to fill the core up with full command. The red marker in the middle of the table is our secondary objective, which is hold the ground. So my plan is just to bring the anvil guard forward and try and hold the line if I can, try and come round and flank the rest of the vampire army. I'm sort of thinking the guardians can take on the ghasts, and the longbeards can try and get into the flank of the ghouls or take on the Hellshrieker. And just next to the iron guard I've got an organ gun as well. So Vampire's turn 1, he moves up quite tentatively. He doesn't want to get too close to my charge range because he knows the throne can give me swift stride within units within 6. So he's trying to keep out of that, and he puts the Hellshrieker, like I said, behind the building, just to try and get out of line of sight. Doesn't get a lot of magic off that turn, and he can't scream at anything either. Dwarfs 1. Excuse me. I just move up like that really. Try and make myself into a horseshoe. With the bottom unit there of longbeards, I'll give myself an option of going into the bat swarms, and if I can beat them, overrunning into the Hellshrieker. And also with the top unit of greybeards, I was considering marching 9 inches and trying to put them into the flank of that skeleton unit. You know, it might help, but I left them where it is because I'd rather try and pull them out of position a bit more. The hold guardians and the iron guards, they just move up. I think the hold guardians marched, and the iron guard just moved up 6. So I marched up 6. For magic, I got off from the anvil of power -1 wound to wound and dangerous trains on the ghasts, and my organ gun rolled a 6, got -1 to hit, but still did 4 wounds on the Terrorgeist. That thing is broken. Got to love it. Yeah, going into turn 2, he just aims his skeletons at the greybeards, tries to hide the Hellshrieker behind the building, get it closer for invocation, and heals back a few wounds and doesn't do much more. So I charge into a skeleton unit. I don't think I'm going to win the grind on that, but I think I should do that. My whole guardian tried to charge his ghasts, but failed miserably. And then, yes, inevitably it misfires. But luckily you can't shoot or this turn or next. I killed 7 of his skeletons in combat. I loved that, so they crumbled again by 7, and that's how it looks there. Quite happy with that. A lot better than I thought. Going into the Vampire Covenant turn 3. That's just a shot there of his ghouls and just moved up within 6 inches there. Everything's moved around the back. I think he took a wound on his ghasts the last turn as well for his movement. Combat there doesn't do a great deal. He did go over through your back. I killed a few and I win again, but again crumbles and we hold. So Dwarfs turn 3. Now I'm 11 inches away from my Iron Guard to his ghouls, and the same from my I think I'm 10 inches from my Hold Guardians. Now he's moving slightly back on his gas, but moves slightly forward on his ghouls. With Swift Stride, I think I should be able to get into both of them, so I charged and failed miserably. The stone legs of the Hold Guardians just stuck in the mud, and the short stumpy legs of the Dwarfs just couldn't get anywhere very fast. And you see the organ going his turn round, so you can't shoot this turn. You know, it's not so much of a bother because I can't see his Hell Shrieker anyway, which is my primary target. But he has got the Cadaver Cart there and the Throne, which I could shoot at. I don't think there's much point shooting his ghouls or his gas because they've both got regen. Going into combat and I don't hit a single thing. I really don't, and he only kills one of me, so I think he won and I stuck. Vampire turn, he charges his ghouls into my general's unit. I'm more than happy with that. I know he's got 2 attacks each, he's got poison, he's got hatred this round, but so have I, because of the, it was called the Reckoning Rune, but I think it's just grudge now. So I hate that unit, my army hates that unit, the gas and the skeletons. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy. I think at the moment I'm standing 3 ranks up. I've got a banner and a big banner, so I think I'm winning by 4 already. If he does open a massive beat down on me, I'm stubborn with that unit, the character in there. So crack on. And my options are there as well. I've got the Hold Guardians. I could either charge the ghasts. His level 4 bunker unit's a bit too far, or I can charge the side of the ghouls there, and also I've got the Longbeards, which I moved up just behind. That's my options. He brought his his Hell Shrieker around to scream and try and get invocation off, which he does, and he just moves everything up like that to get his bubble effect going. Magic, he doesn't do a great deal apart from raising up a unit of zombies, and that laser line there is just to let us know that week. If I do choose to overrun, I won't be into the ghasts there at all. And also he gets the beasts within off, which is the old Whistler's Wall form. I'm not now so confident about this fight. He's now toughness 5, I think. Yeah, strength 4, toughness 5 in those ghouls, with armor piercing, and his lord's like strength 6 or 7 now. Strength 7 armor piercing. So yeah, not too happy about that. But he only kills 7. You know, he said it's quite painful, but I can hold on with that. Into this combat, yeah, he kills 1, I kill 4, he crumbles. But with my general, the Iron Guard unit, I'm quite happy with what happened there. I think I won, he won and I held. So I take my Hold Guardians into his zombies. That's the only way I can clear them out of the way. I'm ready to get it done quickly. And I take the big unit of Longbeards into their flank there. Now, I don't like doing that because I'm in base contact with his lord, and he can pretty much smash up through that unit by himself, I imagine, over the next 2 or 3 turns. But I need the combat res help. You know, just the plus the charge and the flank there is going to help phenomenal. I think under the new rules I can hit the unit behind him, so I don't have to hit the general himself, which helps a little bit. But I'm still hitting on wounding on loads. You know, that +1 strength, +1 toughness it's a fantastic spell. I just need to get rid of it somehow. I don't know how. Just seeing how far we are from the objectives there. So I've now got 2 scoring units within 6 inches, so I'm happy with that. Magic, I get Rune of Metal off on my Iron Breakers, so they're now re-rolling to hit for re-roll. I go to hit the Hell Shrieker, and yeah, I hit with one of them, and luckily he wounds. After combat we reform like that, so I've got an option of going into the flank or straight in. And combat here, I think he killed 3 or 4 of my Iron Guard and 1 or 2 of my Greybeards. That re-roll into your armor save is fantastic. I'm on a 4-up armor save re-rollable, and I still only he's still only managed to kill 4. I kill a load, he crumbles, I win combat, and we all stick. Going into the Covenant turn 5. Excuse me. So I think this might have been a bit of a desperation move really from my opponent. We did have a bit of a chat about it. I could see where it's coming from. He wanted the combat res coming into the rear, but I don't think he needed the fell bats either, to be honest. I think the Terrorgeist would have done it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Terrorgeist is a good move, but I think that I don't think he needs the bat swarms in there at all, because if I attack them, I'm easily going to get points off it and combat res. So I think that was all of his movement. No, sorry, he just shuffles around a little bit as well, puts his ghasts straight to the face of my whole guardian, so he just does not want to do that. And his magic phase, he's getting frustrated. He just keeps growing back shed loads of ghouls and shed loads of skeletons. I'm surprised my Greybeards are actually fighting them off, but it's getting frustrating at this point. And again, he goes for the Beast Within. He's on the orange dice, I'm on the blue dice. He beats me by 1. Again, how frustrating. He screams into combat. He kills a couple, and I think he wins combat, but we both and I hold. Going into Dwarfs turn 5. Guardian, so the whole Guardians take on the ghasts. Magic, I get off -1 to wound on the Greybeards, which is going to help with that Terrorgeist in the back, and I get off the Rune of Cleansing. Now this is a fantastic spell. It can get, I'll just read it out quickly for you. The casting player may remove 1 spell with duration lasts 1 turn or duration remains in play. Goodbye Beast Within. Thank you very much. About time. I think that might even that battle up a little bit. They're no longer toughness 5, so I'm not wounding on 5s anymore. They're no longer strength 4, so I'm quite happy with that. Just have to see how that combat plays out. So yeah, magic, it's alright, good round for me. The only thing I could really shoot at is this thing is threatening me, but I only managed to do 1 wound on it. After combat I was a bit disappointed really. Strength 6 hold guardians, I only did 4 or 5 wounds on that unit. And combat here, he does 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds to me, and I do a load back to him, but he crumbles and I stay. Sorry, we all stay. Going into vampires turn 5. Decimate that unit this turn. My opponent was a bit unlucky with his saves, but that's how it goes. In the Lord's battle, he kills my Runesmith and 2 of the Greybeards. I can't hit. I keep going for the Terrorgeist, but I just can't hit him at all. Again, it's just now a battle of nutrition in the centre now. So in Dwarfs last turn, I take the Hull Guardians to the side of the Terrorgeist. That should help me out. With my shooting and my magic, I take 4 wounds off the throne. Combat in the middle is, I think I kill 3 or 4, he kills 4, 3 or 4, I lose by 1, but I fail my leadership 9 reroll and his bat swarms run me down. So it ends up a draw for the game. My unit, my MVP, sorry, is going to be the 10. The unit of 10 Greybeards, who eventually managed to smash through that unit of skeletons there, helped me out a little bit. And his unit, I think his MVP unit was the bat swarms. They continuously managed to kill 1 dwarf a turn, I think, and then to chase down the 400-point unit right at the end of the game when he needed it. It was absolute. For me, it was disgusting, but I think he was quite relieved that happened because it gave him the draw. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll try and post another one soon. Goodbye.